Cain and Seth, 2 parts, 1 choice. The cry from the ground. The ground shook with the cry of Abel's blood. Cain, burdened with guilt, stood alone as God's judgment fell upon him, the soil refusing to yield to his hands. Fear in the heart of the guilty. Fear gripped Cain's heart. Even as he trembled at the weight of his sin, God marked him with mercy, a sign that life would continue despite the darkness he carried. East of Eden. Banished from Eden, Cain wandered eastward into unfamiliar lands. Each step echoed his exile, a life torn from peace yet shadowed by divine purpose. A city built on restlessness. In the land of Nod, Cain built a city and named it after his son, Enoch. Walls rose and dust swirled, yet the restless weight of his guilt lingered within every stone. Generations of skill. From Cain's descendants came invention and progress. Tools, shelters, and livestock thrived, yet sin's shadow still lingered, reminding all that human skill could not erase the heart's darkness. Jubal and the life of survival. Jubal, the pioneer of herders and nomads, led his people across the plains. Survival became art, and life moved forward, yet unrest still whispered in the wind. Jubal and the sound of expression. Jubal lifted his harp to the sky, filling the air with music. Joy and sorrow mingled in melody, yet beauty alone could not restore the soul lost in violence. Tubal-Cain and the power of metal. In the forge, Tubal-Cain hammered bronze and iron, shaping tools and weapons alike. Strength and skill grew, but so did humanity's capacity for destruction. Lamech the proud. Lamech, proud and unyielding, boasted of vengeance. Violence had become a legacy, and the shadow of Cain's sin deepened with each generation. The Song of Revenge. 77-fold, Lamech declared his vengeance. Pride and brutality echoed across the land, a chilling reminder of what sin can become when left unchecked. A mother's grief remembered. Far from Cain's city, Eve mourned Abel, her heart heavy with loss. Grief lingered, but the seed of hope was quietly planted in her faith. The birth of Seth. God's promise returned in the birth of Seth. Eve held him close, whispering a prayer of restoration, a new line of hope in a fractured world. A new line begins. Seth grew, a life shaped by reverence rather than rebellion. In his family, the ways of God were remembered and taught, sowing the seeds of faith. Enosh is born. Seth's son, Enosh, came into a world ready to call on the Lord. His birth marked the dawn of a people seeking God once more. Calling on the Lord. Enosh raised his hands to the heavens, and others followed. Worship returned, a voice of hope piercing the shadow of generations past. 2 paths, 1 choice. 2 paths stretched before humanity, Cain's way of pride and violence, Seth's way of faith and devotion. The choice remained, echoing through every generation.